Hi, baby. You have a very magnetic, powerful aura right now. And when I'm saying magnetic and powerful, like, I'm getting the sense of a magnet, like, as it pulls in and as it pushes away as well. So, like, you're powerfully drawing in the things that you need to draw in, the things that bring you joy, and, like, let's just dive down that rabbit hole in a second. But you're also powerfully pushing away things that no longer are in resonance with you, and things that no longer deserve any time in your energy, any welcome in your aura. And it's confirmation growl from the car. But it's kind of funny because you might not even really be aware of things happening. Like, it might feel like some things are happening where it's not what you quote unquote want, but like low-key it's what your soul wants, and like it's all kind of like a collusion for your highest good. But yeah, that's just like what I wanted to start off by saying, because I feel like sometimes we can be very lost in the humanness of what's happening in our lives and kind of forget our own magic and our own magnetism. And I feel like you're so magnetic right now. Like, you're so poised in the perfect position to like just springboard into your new reality. And I also am getting strong divine feminine energy, like bathing this reading in divine feminine light. And so I'm picking that majority of this message is going to be speaking to the divine feminine, even though I actually do feel like there's a lot of masculines that will be drawn to this message, specifically because they are also being called into their highest divine masculine energy. I hope this is making sense, but like, divine masculine has so much to learn from the feminine and vice versa, right? But I think especially at this time, there's so much learning that the divine masculine is doing from the divine feminine at this time, watching her, worshiping her, learning from her, and like rising in himself in order to be worthy of her. And I think there's so much of that happening at this time, where there's like, yeah, that leveling up happening within people, where they're starting to align themselves to like just knowing that they can do better now, like knowing that they have full responsibility over their life, and also kind of like, I'm hearing like sharpening up their game. And I'm feeling this specifically for the masculines, that like a lot of masculine energies at this time are sharpening up their game. They're like, I'm seeing like this really buff man with a spear for some reason. There's something about that hunter warrior protector archetype which is coming up in a way of like, it's not a conquering way, it's a protecting way. Like, there's a lot of protective energies rising in the divine masculine at this time, and I think concurrently the divine feminine is rising in her softness, and there's just a redistribution, I think, of energy, of awareness, of understanding. I hope that I can keep tapping into this, because this is something that I'm so like personally interested in, so fascinated by, and I'm just loving all of these little like tidbits that come through for me. So hopefully I keep getting more on this storyline, because this makes me feel just, this is like, I love this. This is my bread and butter. I love this. This is my favorite thing ever. Whales could be significant. The ocean could be significant. Many of you are working with Aphrodite at this time, whether that's consciously or unconsciously, subconsciously. There's a lot of Aphrodite, Venus, Venusian energy here. Yeah, something about adornment, something about softness, and what was that? Something about your voice as well. Something about Yeah, something about your voice, using your voice, speaking, conversations, singing could be significant. There's something here about exercising your voice in, oh my god, this is so cool, in such a pure way. Oh my god, some of you are getting really, really ready to be seen and to be heard. Some of you are in preparation mode to be seen and to be heard. And I'm thinking this is like on a personal level for a lot of you, and for some of you this is going to be like much more like oh my god, you're turning up the volume. Oh my god, okay. The car just went quiet. This is the revolution will not be televised, okay? This is a divine feminine revolution, which in quintessential feminine form, the revolution will not be televised. This is not going to be like peacocking and like, but in a way it kind of is. Okay, let me get to that in a second, but like I kind of feel like this uprising feels so soft, pervasive. It's going to be everywhere. You're going to notice this, but it's going to be hard for you to put your finger on. You're going to notice this within yourself. You're going to notice this amongst your girlfriends, your sisters, your mothers. Some of you are going to be the feminine lineage holder, I just heard. There's something about being a curse breaker here, something about being, oh my god, keyholder, that's it. You're a keyholder. Thank you, Spirit. You're a keyholder. And there's something within you specifically that will unlock the fate of your lineage. Wow. Let's go back to turning up the volume because that was so exciting. So, okay. So, some of you are getting extremely comfortable in your feminine energy, okay? And this might manifest in like extremely like human things, like getting a new lip gloss and like really feeling yourself, you know, putting on your favorite girly songs in the car and singing at the top of your lungs, you know, like freeing that voice, freeing that expression, not afraid to be like turning heads, not afraid to be seen. Oh my god, this is a huge message. However, like we know that there's so many layers, like nothing is ever just one note, nothing is ever just one thing. Like the work that you do with yourself in the physical realms, like the attention that you pay to your physical appearance, for example, is also doing magical alchemy in other realms on your behalf. I'm not sure if I want to speak too much more on that, but there's something about how you're awakening to your feminine power. You're becoming more connected to your own form of beauty, however you see that within yourself. Doesn't have to be like what society says that it is. You're gonna have your own way that you click into this. This is so connected to your causal abundance. I don't know what that means. I think it means, I'm thinking that it means it's connected to like how you manifest tangible physical abundance in your real life, in your reality. Bear with me, I'm on the lemniscate here. I'm on the infinity loop, and I'm like making my way through. There's a lot of things that are coming through together that are connected, even though they might seem disparate and disconnected. I promise you they come together. They are intertwined. They're inseparable. You're waking up to your beauty. You're becoming more alive inside your feminine energy. You're becoming unapologetic in how you show up and how you're seen. And you're also dialing up the volume in some way. I think for a lot of you, you are healing wounds around perception, around how you were seen in the world, around how you were perceived, around these stories that were placed upon you by the gaze of others. G-A-Z-E, the gaze, the eyesight of others. Like when other people saw you, they projected through their eyes onto you a specific understanding of who you are, a specific like a specific image. Okay, so yeah, and that was very, you had to go through that in order to be able to then like transmute the wound. And I think again this is again linked into your feminine lineage, the women who have gone before you. This is a very, very feminine centered message. However, this could be that you could resonate with this as a masculine as well. What was I saying? Some kids just went past and distracted me. Oh yeah, so your image, you're turning the volume up. And here's the thing, okay? I think a lot of you have denied and repressed your own beauty and been afraid of your own beauty, the power of yourself standing in your full beauty, your full worth, because you know how powerful you are. Not because you're afraid you're not powerful, but because you're afraid you are powerful. You know how powerful you are. You have always known. And this is exactly why you have kept yourself back for this long. You're like, nah, I gotta go easy on you. I can't show my full power. I can't shine at my full strength. I would blind you. I'm not going to turn up the volume that loud. And so you have dimmed yourself down in order to be palatable, in order to like try and blend in. In order to be like, oh, I'll just give them this tiny amount because that's only how much they can take. Their appetite is like, that's as much as they can handle, but that's like a fraction of who you are. You only ever showed a fraction of who you are because other people don't have the capacity to manage you and take you in at your full strength, at your full light. And so even though, oh my god, this is wild, even though it has made you feel kind of disappointed in a way, like there's no word to really describe how this is, but you know that you haven't been living at your full volume. You know you've been keeping yourself back. You know you've been just like playing it cool, playing it casual, and like, because you know that the things that you like, the things that you really want to wear, the way that you really want to speak to people, the like confidence that you actually truly hold, if you were to stand in that, hold me back, like the world is not ready for you. The world is not ready for you. I'm hearing red carpet, I'm hearing star quality, confirmation growl from the car. Like, you are a celebrity in and of your own right. As it stands right now. I don't care how many people know you, don't know you. I don't care if you sing, you act, you don't do any of the above. I don't care. You're a celebrity already. Like, I'm hearing like silver screen. Like, there's something rare about you and your beauty, and you know yourself how powerful it is, to the point where you did not ever feel safe to show up in that energy. Because other people like genuinely don't know how to handle it. They're like, this is genuinely a star in the flesh in front of me. I don't, how, what, oh my god, you know, like they're flabbergasted. And like, there's so much to this. You have such an effing pure heart. Your essence is so pure. You have such a pure heart. You never wanted anybody else to feel less than, and that's why you dimmed yourself down. You want to be approachable. You want to be, like, you have so much to give to others. And the thing is, like, because you've been keeping yourself on a leash, because you've been keeping yourself back, because you've been dialing down your volume, You actually haven't even been able to help as many people as you're supposed to. You haven't even, like, you're meant to shine at your full volume. That is how you're actually going to fulfill your heart in the way that I know you are longing and yearning for your heart to be fulfilled at this time. There has been a deep soul calling placed upon you, and it is so intertwined with your beauty and with your feminine essence. And I feel like now there's been some delayering, and there's been some gentle, slow work. And I feel like you're starting to dip your toes into the fullness of who you are. You're starting to like brush shoulders with the version of you who can handle the attention, good and bad, who can actually rise above the external perceptions of her beauty, you, your beauty, of you as a soul. I'm talking not just like physical beauty here. I'm talking like the beauty of you as a full, potent star embodied as a human soul, you know? Like, we don't get that close to the sun for a reason. I have sunburn on me right now. That's actually probably quite significant. You get too close to the sun, you get burned. It's the same with any star, okay? Like, you are luminous. I just cannot get over this. And I just feel so, what's the word? You're about to be all gas, no brakes. Like, people need to put on their sunglasses right now, because you're about to be blinding, okay? You're about to actually be like, fuck it. Here's what it looks like when I turn the volume up a little bit. And like, your casual is like someone else's like red carpet glam, and you're just like, oh, I just felt like doing this and like going to the supermarket, and it's like not a big deal for you. And like, you showing up as like a fraction of yourself, and even if it's like a fraction more than what you normally allow yourself to be seen, it's like still like people still aren't ready for you, let alone you turning it up to the full volume. And I feel like there's going to be, I think that's why you're meant to be seen by so many people, because like, it's almost like your beauty is meant to be distributed amongst the masses, so that it can be like held and beheld, can be beheld by the many, because it's like, it's too much for just one person. It's like a sharing platter, I just heard. Please don't be offended by that. It's kind of like, it's too much. It's too much almost, in the best way. And the thing is about being too much as well, okay, before you get freaked out by that, be with me, Spirit. You are required, you're free to take this or leave this, but you're required to turn up the volume to the point where you shine at your full capacity, that you show up as your full self, so that the sifting process, the calling in process, there's some sort of process here. There's some sort of beacon. It's a beacon. You're going to be sending out the beacon, sending out the call, and this is for a specific soul to come in who's able to handle you at your full capacity. This is very specific for some of you. There is a specific divine masculine that is going to be called to your beacon only when you shine at your full strength, okay? And this is specific, and this is for some of you, so take it if it resonates. But I got the phrase bit off more than he could chew. You need that protective warrior spirit that I was channeling just before. Somebody that can see you in your fullness. Oh, what was I just getting? I was just getting, who's that couple? Taylor Swift and Kelsey? I don't know who her boyfriend is, I'm sorry, but like that high level, like this is giving power couple, okay, on like world stage level. This message is taking me out, guys. You are genuinely at the level that you, oh my god, let me just take a second, because it kind of feels like you're almost flabbergasted by yourself at this point as well. But the thing is, if you're like this big thing and you're pretending to be this little thing, like you're only going to be attracting other little things around you that think, oh, she's one of us, she's a little thing. But then if you're actually really this big, it's like, oh, I'm actually too big for y'all only this big, I'm this big. And like, if you're really that big, like you need another energy that is also going to match you at that frequency, at that freak, okay? Somebody that's going to match you at that freak. So you need to let your freak flag fly. That is so hard to say. And I just had a butterfly fly over my car. Seriously. I'm like right by the ocean and it's a butterfly. Oh my gosh. This is so important, okay? This is so important. Like, you need to be seen as your full self, so that somebody who's able to handle you at your full self can be like, yes, exactly, finally, I found my like big energy ball, I found my little pocket rocket, I found the one, you know? Like, they're gonna recognize you because you're shining as your full self, not because you're dimming yourself down and trying to be one of the many, because you're not meant to be one of the many. You're meant to be one of one. You are one of one, okay? You're one of one. I'm getting like feisty on it now. And there's nothing to be afraid of. Even though you were taught that like you were too much maybe, or like to tone it down, or you were just given like specific kind of attention from specific kind of people, you know what I'm talking about. Like, that's enough to put anybody off their meals, you know? Like, oh, I'm just getting this kind of attention from this kind of a person. And it's kind of like, ooh, like it's kind of ick. Makes you want to turn your light off a little bit, like, oof. Like you turn on the light and you attract moths, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want a moth. Get away. That kind of energy. We won't dwell on that. But it's time for you to be up at your full voltage now, like your full wattage. As bright as you can be, like you're meant to burn brightly. You are a star, okay? You're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. And you're going to be seen. And like, I don't know, I just feel like there's been so much healing that's gone on in the sphere of like, fine, let them see me. Fine, okay. Like, just like, I just feel like there's this energy of like so many people are going to be like, holy moly, I never knew they could shine that bright. And like, you're just going to like gradually turn it up and turn it up and turn it up. And you're going to become more and more comfortable as you turn up that volume knob. And like, just, oh, it's so juicy. Like, you're going to just like get into the fullness of who you are. And just, I just feel like you're so unstoppable at this point. Like, yeah, you're done like dimming yourself down for the sake of like trying to avoid certain types of interactions. It's like you're no longer accepting that as a reflection of who you are. You're kind of like outgrowing the fear, and you're rising above. That's just the only way I can put it. It's like you're just feeling like, I just got the word security. I mean, like security guards, you know, that kind of essence. It's like you're feeling like this divine security guard essence around you, and you're also seeing yourself as so valuable and so worthy at this time that it's like the other energies that are still trying to like they want to show up in your energy, or they want some attention from you. That's kind of what it is. They want attention from you, but they have nothing to offer in return. They just want like they want a piece, you know. And like, even though that might like show up in your energy, again, it's not going to be something that like dictates your story. It's not going to be something that like stops you from shining anymore. It's kind of just going to be like, oh, whatever. And like, you're on to bigger and better things. and you're divinely protected as you walk through this, and you're learning to navigate again, like the gaze. I'm having a plane going past. Thank you, angels. That is my my angel sign. It's like my sign from the angels, that there's like, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Why is that so hard to say? Okay, I think that's the message, but like, wow, I really hope that I was able to get this through, because this felt like beautiful, like pristine energy. You are so guided, you're so protected, you have nothing to worry about at all, and it's like you're just able to show up as your full self at any given point in any given time. This is not about like trying harder, this is not about like doing more. This is, yeah, confirmation growl from the card. This is just like about finally accepting yourself, finally approving of yourself, and just being able to show up at whatever level, volume, capacity that you want to at any given point in time. And like, whether that's you in your sweats and your messy bun, you're still divine, you know, or whether that's you in the full glam makeup and the heels, like divine, you know, chef's kiss. And like, there's no difference. You're the same person, you still have the same light, you still carry the same beauty. It's, yeah, and it's not about like what you're doing externally, it's about the internal acceptance, approval, realization that you deserve to take up space, that you deserve to be seen, and that you actually, like, there's something special about you. Ooh, and it's gonna be so, I don't know how to describe this. You just go through it and like leave me your like comments whenever you like have these experiences, because I just know I can just feel it. It's like I'm just like getting this weird image of like these little balls that are just going boop, and they just like randomly expand, like poof out into these big poofs, and they're like, ooh, actually I was a big poofy poof all along. Like I was a big ball of energy. I was just pretending to be little. That's kind of funny. You're popping out. Coming out of my cage and I'll be doing just fine. Okay, that is the message. Wow. I don't want to leave this energy because it's so stunning. So I'm going to keep this energy moving within me. Oh my god, 27 minutes. Come on now. Thank you for spending some time here with me today. I hope that this message has illuminated something within you. I hope you're having a beautiful full moon this weekend. And, oh, yes. Viva la revolution.